So let me ask you a question. What if you could sit down at your kitchen table tonight and start exploring a business idea without quitting your job? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yes,
You wouldn't have to rent an office and you wouldn't have to spend thousands of dollars. I mean, would you do that? Me
absolutely.
too. Because that's the question we've been asking ourselves.
And we're not talking about some get rich quick with AI scheme,
No.
right? We've seen those videos. You know the ones that make $10,000
Yeah.
with
Ooh,
the
let's go.
AI, quit your job in 30
Sounds
days.
good.
Oh, yeah. And then this one, this AI tool will make you rich. Honestly, that's not what we're interested in
Not at
at
all.
all.
Not at all. What we're interested in is something that's a lot more practical, which works so much better for people that are in our age. Can AI actually help a normal person like us build a legitimate
You're
size
calling us
business?
normal?
Yeah, whatever. That's subjective. So, someone who's working a career, or somebody who's raising a family, somebody who's 45, 50, maybe even 60 years old, somebody who doesn't have hours and hours every night
Right.
to figure this stuff out. So, we tested it.
We tested it.
Yay.
Yes, we did. And here's what we wanted to find out. Could we take a simple business idea and use AI to help us go from, I wonder if this could work, to here's an actual business we
Yes.
could potentially put in front of a customer? Not theoretically, actually build it. And if this is the first time with us, we're Steve and Kim. We're actually testing this stuff out loud. No hype, just real.
Yep.
Subscribe if you want to see how it turns out.
And here's something that's really important. We're not saying that AI is the business, not at all. Think of it that AI is the tool. It's just like your phone is a tool, your
Mm-hmm.
laptop's a tool, your
Yes.
camera is a tool. AI is just another tool that you can use. But the question is, can we use the tool to do something that people actually pay us for? That was the big
Yes.
question. So we started where we think every business should start. Not with AI, but with
Mm-hmm.
a problem. Isn't that what
Right.
a business is supposed to do? Solve a
Yes.
problem?
Yes.
So let's say we're going to help a local small business, maybe a landscaper, maybe a realtor, maybe a contractor or a restaurant. And we ask, what is something this business struggles with that we could
Right.
help solve?
And this is where AI becomes really
Yeah.
interesting. We can ask AI to help us research the business. We can say, here is this type of business. What are the 10 biggest marketing or operational problems they
Yes,
typically
problem,
face?
solve it.
And suddenly we have a list, not a business yet, but a list of problems. And that's where you start. Now, let's say one of the problems is that business isn't following up with a potential customer
It's a
quickly
good
enough,
one, good example.
right?
Yep.
That's a real problem. A misled lead can mean a missed customer.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
Nope.
So instead of saying, let's sell AI, we say, let's help this business follow up with leads. That's a completely different conversation.
Exactly. I mean, nobody wakes up in the morning saying, I really need some artificial intelligence today, right? I mean, they wake up saying, I need more customers, or I need to save more time, or I need someone to answer all of my leads. I need to
Yes.
stop doing everything myself. That's the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Now we bring AI into the picture. We can use it to help us do research,
Yep.
write, brainstorm, create marketing ideas, develop customers' questions, build an outline, create
Yes.
a simple offer, even help us create a basic website or landing page. And
Love
some of
that.
today's AI tools, they can
Mm-hmm.
go so much further than just simple writing.
Yes.
Businesses are using AIs for things like content, marketing, sales workflows, customer support, and
Yes.
automation.
But here's where we want you to slow down because this is the part that a lot of people miss. AI can help you build the solution,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
It cannot magically create demand.
No.
You need a customer, you need trust, you need to deliver something valuable, and you still need to pick up the phone sometimes.
Yep, that's for sure. And that's a big one.
It is.
AI doesn't eliminate business.
No.
It can make business easier, but it doesn't eliminate it. So now we have a potential service.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're helping local businesses improve their follow up process.
Right.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to build some massive company. We
Mm-mm.
don't need a fancy office. We don't need 47 employees. We can start with one customer.
And that's the part I love.
Yeah, me too.
One customer.
Yep.
Because if somebody will actually pay you for the solution, you've learned something. You've gone from an idea to a
Yeah.
business.
Yep. And if nobody wants it, that's okay too.
Right.
I mean, you learn something, then change the offer,
Right.
change the customer you're going after, change the problem you're solving. That's business 101.
And here's what surprised me about this experiment.
Yeah,
AI wasn't the most valuable part. The most valuable part was how quickly it helped us go from a blank piece of paper to possibilities.
exactly. I love that part of it because
Yes.
think about what used to happen. You get an idea in your head, you don't know where to start,
Yep.
so you Google it to
Yep.
try to find out more. You watch 15 YouTube videos, I know I do,
Yeah.
right? You read articles, you take notes, you get overwhelmed, and eventually you don't do anything at all.
No. Now you can sit down with AI and say, Here's what I'm thinking. Help me think this through
Yep.
and have a conversation. And that's so powerful, right? Especially for someone who isn't naturally a technology person.
So let me give you the other side of that. AI has created a lot of hype. It really has, right?
Yes.
And some of it's nonsense. We've seen the screenshots. I made 30,000 in 14 days. This AI does everything for me. I don't have to do anything. You don't need real skills. Be careful.
Yes, because somebody still has to create value. Somebody still has to understand the customer. Somebody still has to communicate.
Yes.
Somebody still has to solve the problem, and somebody still has to deliver. AI does not change that.
No.
It gives you a different set of tools.
And honestly, that's why we're interested in this. Because we're not trying to teach people how to get rich. We're trying to help people create options in their life.
Yes. And this is where we think this gets really interesting for
Yes.
people our age.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because you may be thinking, I'm not technical. I don't understand AI. I'm too old to start something online. We don't believe that.
That's a bunch of BS. Because you spent 20, 30, maybe 40 years learning things.
Yes.
You know how to communicate to people. You know how to manage people. You know how to solve problems. You know your industry. You know how customers think. You've made mistakes. We all have, right?
Yeah.
But you've learned from them. You've built relationships. Those things have real value.
AI doesn't replace that experience.
No.
It can actually help you package it together.
That's such a great way to look at it. So, I mean, what's our answer in this? Yes, we believe it can, but probably not in the way you've been hearing about it. AI isn't this magic business that comes in. It's not a money-making machine. It's not the shortcut to overnight success. Not at all. It's a tool. It's a very powerful tool that can do a lot. And if you combine that tool with something you've learned over the years, oh my gosh, and you have a real problem that somebody is willing to pay you to solve, you might have something.
Right. And that's what we want to keep exploring here in Solutions to Freedom. Not hype, not promises, not pretending we have everything figured out. We're going to test things. We're going to show you what we're learning. We're going to tell you what works, and we're going to tell you what doesn't.
It's the only way you find out, right?
Right,
Is by
is
trying
testing.
things and testing it. Because maybe the goal isn't to build some giant internet business. Maybe it's an extra $500 a month or $1,000. Maybe eventually it's more. But maybe that extra income, it pays a bill. It helps with college, creates some breathing room, gets you to go on a vacation, lets you take that vacation without worrying about every single dollar. Or it simply gives you the confidence if something changes with your job, you have another option.
And that's really what this is about.
Yes.
Not getting rich.
It's about getting some freedom back in your life. If you've got 20 or 30 years of experience sitting there wondering if it's worth anything online, subscribe, because
Yes.
we're going to keep testing this one idea at a time, and we'd love for you to see where it goes.
So here's what we'd like you to do. Think about something you already know how to do, something you've spent years learning. Now ask yourself, what problem could I solve for somebody using what I already know? With AI helping me do it faster, or maybe even better. And you might be surprised by what you come up with.
No doubt. And if you like, we'll keep testing these ideas right here with you. We'll take an idea, we'll see if we can turn it into an actual offer, see if we can find a real customer, and just see what happens.
Right.
Because we're figuring this out too, right?
Yep. And that's what our community Solution to Freedom is all about. Pull up a chair. Let's figure it out together.
We'll see you at the table.